Italy. Probably no other country has received worse image in media in the past few months. But despite the horrible death count, this country doesn't give up. Life must go on. And no one knows how to live better than the Italians. I am Lex Universe, and this is Italy post-corona. Well, buongiorno internet. Welcome to Lex Universe. As you can see, we are in Alberobello, which is this town about 50 kilometers from Bari. In case you have seen my previous video, you may be a little bit confused how I switch locations so quickly. If you haven't, well, what are you waiting for? Go watch it. Stop this video, click on the link, and go check it out. This video will then make a lot more sense too. But back to what I started to say. Jesus, I will probably call this video series something like Italy post-corona, but I should also call it me against public transportation in Italy. So I departed in like 8:30 from Matera, and it's 2 o'clock and I'm here, so I spent half a day on the road. So now a little bit about traveling here, because it's a story for itself. There were supposed to be trains going between Matera and Bari, which was the first problem. They weren't. See, they probably took the advantage that nobody is here basically, and they started reconstructing almost every railroad. So right now there are mostly substitute buses, and even they ride probably whenever they want, because I was trying to check some timetables and the bus that I took wasn't on there. And to top it all off, you cannot buy the ticket from the driver, so he stopped somewhere midway, sent me to this tobacco shop to go buy a ticket, and he told me that he will wait for me, and he did. It's very nice. And also, I realized he wasn't going to Bari Centrale, so he just stopped the red light and just told me to go from the bus, that it's not far away. So that was a real interesting experience. And now, then I was supposed to go by another train to Alberobello. Then they told me there was a substitute bus, which wasn't there at all. So I don't know, but eventually I got some train which went to the town of Putignano, and then I transferred to another train here to Alberobello. So I made it. I'm here. I have no idea how I will get back to Bari, but it was a really interesting experience. So in this video we will walk through the town of Alberobello, and then in the late afternoon, evening, we will return to Bari. We will walk through the historical center of Bari, and God knows what will happen then, because as you can see, today is all about improvisation. So let's see. It's really warm.
The town of Alberobello is known for its iconic TRULLI buildings, which were added to the World Heritage List of UNESCO in 1996.
Guys, have you seen my video from Prague and the quarantine? God, that was more alive than this. I just realized I shouldn't make any pictures of myself when there is sun high above my head, because I really look like I have some terminal illness that's eaten half of my face. I'm sorry that you have to look at me. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Let's go venture the streets.
These dry stone huts with conical roof are famous for Apulia, but you know where else we'll find such a concentration of these buildings? in one place than in Alberobello. Today Alberobello, which by the way means beautiful tree in Italian, is the only inhabited center with a district of Trulli in the whole of Italy.
Are seeing this? That's unbelievable. Really beautiful. A little more crowded than I've seen so far, but who cares? So I went to buy some postcards. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I think there's some beauty in sending postcards still. You know, funny things about these places, about these structures, is many of them are for these souvenirs vendors, but most of them are actually inhabited by local people. As you can see, you can just look somebody into the garden. See it as the most famous church here if you go inside, but imagine there was someone like me and you want to go to a church in Italy. Here's the 2 steps that you have to do. Cover your face and get your hat off. So if you want to be a tourist that everybody hates, you can take a picture there. But we are going up there and returning back to the railway station. So I had some crazy Italian beer with 9% alcohol, and I haven't eaten anything since the morning, so I feel a little dizzy. So welcome back to Bari. I realized one thing. There are buses. There's these substitute buses for the FSE trains. They go directly to Alberobello, and it takes a lot less than by train. And if you want to use them, you need to go to Bari Centrale, go all the way through the underground tunnel to the platform number 10, then go out, and here behind me you can see the platform where the bus departs from. So while Bari is probably not your first historical landmark city, it has its atmosphere, and it's really the first place here that I can honestly say that it's really alive. And it's like this beautiful pedestrian zone that stretches out from the Bari Centrale railway station. Feels very cool. So I managed to get to my accommodation. It's like this whole apartment, and the best thing, I have a pretty large terrace here. See? Not exactly a sea view, but it will do for some late night drink. But now, let's go check out the historical center of Bari. We're in Italy, so we're going to the sea, but before we get there, this is our first stop as the Norman castle of Bari. In case you didn't know that, Bari and Apulia itself were seat of one of the most famous Holy Roman Emperors, Frederick II, who was actually often called as the child from Apulia, because this is the place where he spent the majority of his youth. And yeah, this is his castle, this is where he lived.
While Bari is not exactly your beautiful medieval masterpiece, there is a compact historical center near the castle, and unlike the rest of Apulia that I have seen so far, it has a very alive nightlife.
so I promised you seaside, and here we are. Cool, right? You know, I will sound really sentimental, but honestly, I really miss this. I really hope that the world is getting back to some kind of a normal, because this is my life. Alright, so I made it back to the hotel. I'm just chilling out at the terrace. I hope you enjoyed this video. Alberobello was just an amazing place, and I really enjoyed Bari as well, although as you can see there is not that much to see here. I really hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, check out my other social media, and see you in the next video.